Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts.
Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts.
In the last part, we got swallowed by a whale.
Didn't we get
But
rid
not
of
just
this
any
place?
whale. Monstro. Well, yeah, but this is a flashback.
Oh.
See, it's Kid Sora and Kid Riku.
Didn't we kill those two?
No.
Aren't we playing as Roxas now?
No.
Wait, which game is this?
Landon, spoilers. We're still on the first game of the series.
Huh. I could have sworn he showed up in this game.
He does not.
Shh, quiet.
Spoilers! You're spoiling the franchise for me. How dare you?
This is the first time that they found this cave.
Yeah, remember when this happened?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Also, for some reason, everything's blurry. But I guess that comes with,
The
the
shitty
realm of being a
motion blur.
flashback. Yeah. I remember you didn't want to play the new Spyro game because when it first came out, it had motion blur, and there was no way to turn it off. And you were like, I would not be able to handle it, because
Me?
yeah.
Was it me? I don't remember saying that.
You were like,
Well, I don't-
not into the idea of motion blur.
Well, I don't like motion blur, but like, I can tolerate it, I guess. I just prefer it off.
That might have been Justin.
Why is there no dialogue?
Why is there no sound?
Like,
Yeah.
spoken dialogue. They don't talk at all for this. Actually, I think this might have been a scene they added in the final mix version, so it's only voiced in Japanese if you have the Japanese voice acting.
It's to create
But
ambiance.
there's like a couple cutscenes in this game that aren't
you
voiced,
okay?
What are you guys doing?
which were added
Aren't we
in
anyway?
Final Mix. But because Final Mix was
Whoa.
originally released in Japan, I don't think they ever
Oh,
voiced
you know,
over it in
I
English.
think that big old whale Monstro just swallowed us. And for today's weather, expect showers.
Goofy, shut up.
Oh, heavy
Goofy,
snow.
shut up.
You deserve that.
It's me.
It's me.
What the fuck
Who
are
are
you throwing?
you?
Why are you throwing shit at us?
Who are you
Asshole.
supposed to be?
Pinocchio? Pinocchio, where you going? Pinocchio! Come on, everybody, after
Oh, that's right.
So-
Jiminy Cricket's here.
I love how, like, all of the Disney characters just know other Disney characters. Just like, oh yeah, you know, Pinocchio. He doesn't
right.
exist anywhere in the universe of Mickey Mouse or Donald or Goofy, but, you know,
But, they know who he is.
yeah.
Well, they know who Jiminy Cricket was,
Pinocchio.
so it should be fine.
This, we can get out of here.
I mean, that only furthers my point.
I was gonna say, actually, well, no, they knew Jiminy Cricket because he was part of Disney Castle, and he was, like,
So,
a
how did you end
record
up here,
keeper
Pinocchio?
for King Mickey. So, like, they knew each other personally in this universe.
Oh, my,
And which
so
might
the
that might
whale
actually
swallowed
be
all of you too?
the reason why they
My
know
goodness.
Pinocchio's. Jimmy's probably
Yeah,
talked to them.
Looks like it.
Because, like, there are other
Maybe
worlds where,
Geppetto.
like, they don't
I'm Pinocchio,
explicitly
Schmatter.
seem to know the
When
other
we got
characters.
separated,
Yeah, they didn't know who
traveled all over
Bill
California.
was, or
Thank goodness
Hercules.
we're together again.
So it's probably just one of those,
you
like,
seem to know
implied
Pinocchio
character
quite well.
knowledges.
I hope he
But yeah, this is
wasn't
Geppetto
working
and
for
Pinocchio, and they got swallowed by Monstro. So, like, yes, they decided to just
Well,
build a
we
bunch of
all
wooden
had quite a
structures
journey,
in
right,
his mouth.
Pinocchio? Pinocchio.
Bye, Pinocchio.
And he wandered off.
I would too. That cutscene was boring.
So, Monstro is kind of weird. It's, it takes place entirely within Monstro, for one. And, this one is probably arguably a much shorter, world on average because, the plot of this world, since it revolves around tracking
What are you
down
doing?
Pinocchio,
Come on, let's go back.
You
it-
know, Geppetto's awfully
it has a
worried
lot of,
about you.
Pinocchio,
well,
stop
we'll see in a
fooling
bit.
around. This is no time for
This
games.
is just Jabba Jabba's belly.
but this is a video game, Sora.
But Sora, I thought you
Wait,
liked
What the
the
fuck?
games.
What are you doing
Or
here?
are you too cool to play them
I thought we
now that
killed
have
you.
the-
Riku, what are you doing here?
How the hell did you get here?
Riku? What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
How do you know
You
Pinocchio?
know what I mean. What about Kyrie? Did
How do
find
you
her?
know about Pinocchio,
Maybe.
Jack?
Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, come on.
Tell us what you know now, Riku. Fucking just grabs fucking Pinocchio and runs off.
He just abducted a child.
So this world has a new enemy or two. It mostly reuses a couple of enemies from a few other worlds, but we do have these Heartless whose names escape me, but they have, but they're basically like ghost-like, and they will vanish and reappear nearby.
They are ghosts.
They don't.
The band
they don't
Ghost.
They don't often attack though, so they're pretty passive. They do bring back the big bodies, or large bodies rather. They bring back shadows because they basically show up in almost every world. And soldiers also appear here. We finally learned guard, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
you
guard
mean a basic
you'll
mechanic?
Yeah. Guard is something you get earlier in other games, and in this game you can get it earlier if you use the shield. But I didn't pick the shield, so we got it a little later. It's actually, I think it's the latest that we get guard too. I'm pretty sure that staff even gets it sooner than we do. But I mean, I couldn't help. I want scan. I don't need to. You don't really need guard in this game. Dodge roll will do more than enough defensively for you. There's not a whole lot of instances where you're going to need to actually guard stuff until like very late in the game, which by that point you'll have guard regardless of what you picked for you at the beginning.
What is this, literally Dark Souls?
Christ.
No.
Alright, I'm slightly interested now.
Because it's not Dark Souls.
Yeah. I had my priorities.
Oh yeah, I'm using the Three Wishes Keyblade from Agrabah. It's pretty good. Like I mentioned in the last part, or the part, yeah, no, the last part when we got it. I definitely recommend using it if you are more offensively minded. Oh yeah, we have some air. We have air soldiers too. I killed a couple a moment ago, but like they're basically just fucking soldiers. There's a lot of treasure in this world, so I definitely suggest like taking the time to like pick some of it up because. Actually, no, I don't even know if I was supposed. There's a because to that. But yeah, no, there's quite a few treasure chests in this world. Unfortunately, they can be a little annoying to get to some of them because there's so many enemies, and these rooms are all fairly enclosed. We're gonna get another ability later that will help us out. Oh, by the way, for the first time, I actually show off the customize menu. It's pretty basic. You just pick either triangle, square, or X, and you can change around your equipped spells for your shortcut if you hold L1. And this is the options menu. This is the first time I've opened this game. Oh yeah, you can turn off the ability to stay locked on to an enemy. I don't know why they have this as a mechanic at all, but apparently you can make it so that you have to hold down the lock-on button to stay locked onto an enemy. Otherwise, if you don't hold it down, you lose the lock-on. I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, I can't think of the reason either.
If you're passing between areas after the first couple of rooms, be a little careful because these enemies will try to like fly around and like they jitter around. There's a lot of them, and if you accidentally attack one while it's on the edge, it can carry you off the ledge and make it kind of annoying to get through the different rooms. The rooms are literally just numbered chambers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's a chamber 6 as well. And then there's the mouth, and then there's like I think the throat and the stomach.
What about his ass? Where's his ass?
we don't go to his ass, Landon.
Is that chamber 6? I'm calling it chamber 6. Chamber 6
You mean-
is ass.
Okay, so if we go to Chamber 6, you're just going to say it's his ass.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're in its ass.
Hell yeah.
But not yet. We're in Chamber 5.
Yeah.
That's his, like, digestive tract or whatever.
So, Jack,
So what?
So
when was the
Jack,
last time you played this game?
Oh god, like fucking 15 years ago, probably.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm serious. I had a friend that owned this game, and I would play it at his house sometimes, and that was like my entire exposure to this game.
Okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna get you as your birthday gift. Oh yeah, it's easy to get lost in this world too, because everything just looks the same.
It kind of does, yeah.
I already am.
Is this
is
what
a shame.
is this what we look like on the inside?
Yeah.
It's all
Definitely.
purple and psychedelic.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Is this how vor
I mean-
fetishes get started?
I don't know. Didn't you watch that episode of Magic School Bus where they shrunk themselves down and they went inside someone's body? That looked nothing like this.
I know, right?
Somebody's lying. And I don't know if it's Kingdom Hearts or if it's Magic School Bus. Though to be fair, we're inside of a whale, and the Magic School Bus, I'm pretty sure they were just inside of a human. So
Two
maybe
totally
whales.
different things.
Maybe this is just what whales look like on the inside. Maybe whales just are low-key filled with acid. Like the drug acid.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, over here there's a treasure chest I would like to grab. There's also a trinity on top of the two treasure chests, so come over here and you can grab it. I'm pretty sure I grabbed this one. I swear, the one that I'm missing in my like current file has to be that stupid one from Agrabah, and I'm gonna be so pissed if it is, because I still haven't checked as of the time we're recording this.
It probably is.
I love how there's one shadow at a time individually popping up to stop me from opening up the goodies here.
Fuck these guys.
It's pretty annoying, honestly.
I like their movements when you hit them. They just kind of like push backwards and up like, oh! You whacked me.
How dare you whack me?
God
Oh
damn
my
it.
god.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of enemies in this room.
Yeah, no, this is just annoying at this point.
Landon, have you played this game?
I have. I've mentioned it before. I got
played
as
up
far as
to-
Traverse Town, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
That's it.
actually, yeah, that's right. You said you only got to like, and that was the first visit too. Like you didn't even make it back for the second visit.
yeah, and I didn't even like do anything in Traverse Town.
Oh my god!
I got to
no,
Traverse
no!
Town.
Oh my god! I think that's the Trinity I missed. There's
We're in
no
the
way I
ass.
came. There's
Guys. This is the
We're
ass.
in the ass.
We're in the ass.
Okay, but yeah, no. I thought
sucks.
I thought I grabbed that. No. This is great. If that I could have sworn, like, the entire time I was exploring this world and the other worlds, I could have sworn I'd already gotten this Trinity. But clearly, from the looks of that, I don't think I did. Because I don't remember ever going back to that room after I did that long gauntlet of enemies. But that sucks also because that means I'm going to have to fight them all over again.
Oh, poor little baby.
Ouch. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this, but the gravity spell is very useful in this game. There's not a whole lot of enemies that have resistance to it. The only thing that you really have to worry about is your spell big enough to hit something, because it has some poor tracking on the targeting. Like, it'll only aim for the last known location that an enemy was in as you select it. So if they start moving around, then they're not going to be in the spot where you were supposed to use it. Oh yeah, you can use the barrels to try to get up to higher spots in some of these rooms. But yeah, the gravity spell can pull enemies down that are in the air. It can flatten the super large enemies, like the large body and the and the fat bandit. And also, it does like proportional damage, so it's based on their HP. I don't know exactly the stats that it figures in besides that, though. So how was you guys' day today?
Fine.
Pooh.
Yeah.
It was poo.
It was Pooh.
We saw him
We
in the
need the
last part.
Pooh.
Oh, we're going back to the ass.
We're in the ass.
Ass.
No, we
Thank
left the
you.
ass.
Aw.
God, I'm so mad. Wait, nope. Do I do? Okay, I do grab it. Never mind.
You did go back for it, so it is
Well,
the one
So
In-
it is, yeah.
in Agrabah.
This one only comes with a cottage and a bunch of money, though. So like, if you're not a completionist, you don't need that Trinity.
But what if you need money? Money.
If you need money, it is worth it because it does give you a substantial amount.
It gives you
So-
money.
Here we go. Oh yeah, the barrel spiders here are pretty much just like the pot spiders from Agrabah, only they have the added
Why
aspect
do
of
you
being
still care about that boy?
cussy.
He has all but deserted you for the
Guys,
key
it's
to
Maleficent.
His new companions, after all.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
I don't care about him. Meh.
Of course,
He's not my real friend.
He's not real.
It is you, Sora.
Heartless prey upon you.
Mind your own business.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, leave me alone. I'm busy being an edgy 16-year-old boy.
Anyway, here's my quick theory about the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
What do you think?
Sora actually died
realize
as a
what you're
child
doing?
after they found that
I was
door,
about to ask you the same thing,
and
Sora.
Riku's just on
You only
drugs.
seem interested in walking around and showing off that.
So when you said
you need to let go, Riku. The accident wasn't your fault.
See, Kyrie?
I do.
So when you said Sora actually died, I thought you were onto something genius. But then when you said Riku's on drugs, and I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
no, never mind. Oh yeah, we
Well,
got
I
a
could
save
be onto
point.
something. Maybe Sora is dead. And I mean, obviously Riku is a rebelling teenager, so he probably is on drugs.
If Sora is dead, then it
Guys.
would make the origin story of a lot of characters really confusing.
We're in the bowels.
Ew.
So is Pinocchio the princess of this world?
I guess so.
In a sense, you can say that they're
For this?
I mean, he's not actually a princess, but now that you think about it, I never thought about this way. Pinocchio could be like the equivalent of a princess for this world because they pursue him the same way. His function to them, though, is just different. But yeah, good point. Anyway, this is the Parasite Cage. We'll have 2 fights with him. They're both considered boss fights, but the fight here, his HP goes down really fast, so it's honestly not that bad. The second fight with him later on in this world is going to be the tricky one. Also,
See, you can
Pinocchio's
tell
gonna
I'm
get-
actually paying attention because I made sense when I asked if he was the princess of this world.
Yeah, no.
Do pay attention to this LP.
I will say that is a good catch. I've never thought about it that way, but structurally, he basically is. Anyway, since we're just doing this
Hey,
fight-
Riku, you want to fucking do anything?
Hey, Riku!
God, shut up. We're
Hey,
helping.
Riku, you want to try some drugs?
So what I was saying earlier, just to get it out of the way, the pot spiders, the barrel spiders, they differ only from the pot spiders of Agrabah by one major factor. and it's that because they're barrels, they're actually filled with gunpowder. And the gunpowder will go off if you use a fire spell to destroy them. And they can also explode, and if they explode, they will deprive you of any experience you were supposed to get.
Plain.
Yeah. Anyway, the Parasite Cage wanted to eat Pinocchio.
Gross. Oh, that's the butthole. We're in the bowels.
Yeah. We were at the ass,
Goofy, learn
and then we
cheer.
entered the bowels.
The
Yeah.
cheer ability for Goofy and Donald basically just gives you the option to buff summons. So if a summon would take the place of the ally, since the summons take up both of your allies, then each one that has cheer will boost that summon as you're using it. So
And
if
they
I was
go,
to use
"Woo."
the Simba one, he'll be able to do much stronger attacks on depending on the charge of his Proud Roar.
Because they go,
So the only thing to do is to just kind of go down here in this hole.
This butthole. Gross.
huzzah.
Gosh,
Empty
it
the
smells
bowels.
funny in here.
Oh my god.
Pinocchio! Please.
Did you bring the monkey shit with you?
Sorry,
Goofy?
old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet.
He's no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual. Not many puppets have hearts.
And
Not
Riku
sure, but maybe he
is
can
a
help
child
someone who's lost theirs.
molester.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying
Are
it.
you talking about Kyrie?
What do you care about her?
What the fuck do you mean, what do I care about her?
That's Sora's, character arc.
Yeah, it's like we have the same end goal here.
Yep.
We just got
so
high
at
jump.
this point, yep, we got the high jump ability. It is handled differently in each game, but it is obtainable in mostly every game, I'm pretty sure. The high jump ability in this game, is a shared ability, so it costs nothing to equip, so the moment you have access to it, put it on. It will affect all of your allies, that's why it's a shared ability. And then it'll allow them all to perform, instead of a regular jump, they'll perform this flip jump that actually carries them to a higher.
So we don't need those
in-
barrels to get up now.
No, and we can also actually explore this room, which we're going to be doing for the remainder of this part, because there's some goodies to find. But while we're here, I will mention the high jump in later games is just relegated to Sora. They don't bother giving this ability to Donald or Goofy. And it performs basically the same, although I think they kind of buff the height that you get off of the high jump. And they also give Sora other abilities besides the high jump, so... Yeah. It's nice to have the high jump ability, because now we can go back to other areas, too, that we couldn't really reach certain spots. Deep Jungle had quite a few of those. And there's a couple in Agrabah as well that we could go to. Obviously, there's going to be nothing of value for Olympus Coliseum for that. And I don't think that going back to Wonderland, we really get anything out of having the high jump ability either. But yeah, there's a bunch of goodies over here, including Trinity or 2. There's a green one all the way over there in the distance. But on the next part, we are actually going to head up to the top hole in the Monstro's mouth and see where that takes us. Hopefully to Riku, because he's a bitch